Hi class, this is your video feedback for your Real Deal Tacos food truck fictitious website. I'm going to go through these quickly as a first-time user, and we'll talk about mostly the functionality and the user interface with a little bit of aesthetics as it comes up. We always choose the usability over aesthetics, all right, if we have to. All right, so let's jump right in. Let's see, this is nice. It works well. We need to make sure we don't clip this off. They're just details with logos. We can't change colors. We can't change shapes, sizes, things like that whenever we work with someone's logo. I like typically to get straight into the content. That's something that you'll all want to think about. So please do watch all of these, as it will really help you also with your portfolio website. All right. Okay, Michelle, let's see. All right, this is common, but this is a picture of words, and we want to make sure that all of this is entered so that people can find it with SEO. The layout is working well for you. All right. Yeah, so if you could just do this but enter it, then you're well on your way. Okay. And you intend to have a calendar, and you have a very short and sweet about us. So you really did pare down the information that you were provided. That's good. And it all is pretty much above the fold. So this works really well in this case. All right. Okay. In this case, we do kind of want to get into this a little quicker. Whether that means reduce the logo just a little, or moving it to the side, or finding a way to, reduce some of the space. But you did a great job with this. All right. And you have your testimonials along the bottom of every page. You have your update here and your fictitious disclaimer, and your things, your social media are going to the Real Deal Taco. So really, Michelle, you did a terrific job here with, aside from the menu, not a lot of change. You do need to have the locations. I don't see that. All right, so you'll want to include that. All right, good job. Okay, I like this little stamp there. Okay, so as I scroll, I'm not sure this is working as well. It's a little difficult to have full frames scrolling over another one. It's just not easy. You might instead go to a solid color that is picked up here. That might work better for you. This is getting lost at this stage. And keep in mind, people are not altogether attracted to blue food for whatever reason, because there's not a lot of it. I mean, if you really think about it, there is, but for the most part, they're attracted to warm colors when it comes to food. So keep that in mind, everyone, when you are doing this. It's all right to have blue plates and things. That kind of plays up the warm colors, but the food itself, you'll want to have warm. That's just something to think about. This works as far as color and everything. And then we go here. So really, you don't even need that. We don't need this at all. Okay, we just go straight to this page and the menu. Okay, I think you want to center this, and this is all selectable. That's good. Okay, so all right. Make sure that your logos, your headers are now going to be in this text, right? That's what we should see. Okay. I think it's the same text, super big, so I would make it closer to what you have on the menu as far as size. And you've cut this down. That's great. It's a good amount. You have a slider. This might go well on your maybe your home page. Maybe people want to see the food there. And we're because of the parallax scrolling, you got to be really cautious because we have this conflict over here. You have this, which is good. See how you can bring those up. Now, some of these dates, locations are duplicated, so you could always say Monday, Wednesday, San Diego State, right? Because those are the same if you wanted to. All right. And you have your fictitious. All right. This is just part of the scroll, but I don't know if anyone's going to go there. This does link to this. I'd like to get into this a little sooner. Okay, I'd like to bring that up. Okay. Yeah, so I think this can go on your home page. And that may even mean bringing this up and placing it somewhere. But I think we've got just a few too many panels, containers. I don't think we need all of those. All right, good job. Okay, this is not what I wanted. Let's go here. Okay, very similar. And again, we're giving a lot of room to the menu and the logo. It's good to be able to find the logo, but really it makes this image ineffective. We don't really see it. If it were to here, that would be cool. You can overlay the logo. There is a transparent one that has doesn't have a background to it. If you want to lay that in somewhere, this works. This doesn't work because we don't need this image behind there. So probably the parallax isn't working in that situation, and you want to pull this up. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. And about us is another page. Let's see. You have this text is white. This is a different, well, similar to this blue, but it's not matching some of your other blues. Cut this down a little more. Let's get into this quicker too. Yeah, I think it's okay to have your menus up here, but I think you're going to need your logo floating over here. This looks really good. Here, okay. All right, great shot. Okay. Yeah, that's really all I think mainly that you need to do is that picture on the background and float your logo a little bit. Okay, and then you can come up like this. Also, these can be sprinkled throughout. They don't have to be, doesn't have to have its own page. And you could go just to this, you know, your feedback. You know, those things are fine. Contact us. Yeah, I think I would just have a button that says your feedback to that page and not have it have a whole review of that. All right, good job. Okay, I would also put this logo on the transparent. Choose that one as far as in your files. Okay, and it's a little hard to read these menus, these the navigation here. We won't need it twice, so be careful about that, but this looks good. This text, headers, things like that is working. This is working. It's a lot of scrolling, but it's nice and clean still. And I like how you have your headers the same. I think we could get into them quicker. People appreciate that. So there's less scrolling to find what they need. And I think rather than have this down by itself, I would double up. So where you have, you know, Tuesday, Thursdays are the same, do a slash there because it's the same location, all right, in your case. And testimonials, again, need to come up a little higher. Okay, good work. Okay. We're cutting off the logo when we come to this page, and so we want to be careful about that. It really depends on how you're open because it's responsive to the size. Let's bring your navigation either to the left or the upper side here, the top, because we have to scroll down to get to it. I like this idea. I like how you have that. And your gallery of pages, that looks good. You've got that down. Okay. All right. We could maybe remove some of those containers, but this looks just great. Okay. But I don't think you need any of that. I think it'd just be like this. Oh, okay. You could try this. You could try having it slightly over. Okay, I think if you're going to use this, and it looks good here, but if you're going to use it with the circle, I would be consistent with that. And we try not to have one word by itself. I do think it has a lot to do with how it's breaking in the code for responsiveness, but you can always reword these things. Okay. Again, I think it's going to be like this. So when it comes to about us, we go straight into it, so there's no scrolling. Yeah, and here's the thing. When we have a page that is the same, people don't know that they've changed. So that's why we always make sure that we get into the content quicker. That's one reason. But this looks terrific. The layout, I couldn't be happier with that. And I understand this looks good. It's just the usability isn't quite there. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so this needs a little work, right? The line breaks and things like that, and you probably have some images and things like that for that. Okay, good job though. Doesn't require a big change. You know, put the logo here and kind of do away with that top container. Okay. Okay, this is a particular template that requires some changing. For example, when we get to these maracas, they typically need to come out. Some of those icons need to come out. The red doesn't always work, and the large logo, that I wouldn't, that one needs to come out. Make sure this is the text you actually want. Looks like they're two different colors a little bit. This works okay for me. Okay, this looks very nice. A little bit of space here. I would take care of this red. I'm not thrilled about the red so much. It's a lot like the hamburger all-American type site. Okay. Okay, so this will have to be cut down a little bit, right? Watch your page breaks, have it justified left. And do we use this font on all our headers? No, not there. We have a different font here. So it's pretty good to have our fonts stay consistent. This is another font. So we want to watch that we only have two fonts throughout. We've got at least 3 or 4, at least 4, maybe 5. All right. Okay. And you'll need a contact so that we can get down to that contact. And I don't know that these social medias are going to your actual, there is a Real Deal Taco Facebook, for example. It's not showing up for me if it's going there. All right, but good job, everybody. I really like how far you've come and you've practiced and gotten familiar with your templates. And usually it's just a matter of tweaking at this point, implementing these corrections and submitting at week 4. Keep in mind that what you accomplish this week may meet the rubric, and you might make 100, you might make a 95 or a 90, but you could make 100 on this, and if there are no changes by week 4, you won't make 100 then, because 100 is not indicating that it's all there. It's just saying that you met what you were required to do at this stage. All right? Good job.